Hello, Reckoning7 here, and welcome back to Combat Mission Cold War, where we are continuing the Between Two Fahrbahns scenario. This will be episode 3. We are taking a plucky force of Americans, predominantly made up of M60A2s, the Starship tank, and we're defending against a Russian armoured assault, primarily consisting of T-72s. So, thus far it's been going quite well. We have knocked out, I think, 5 Russian tanks and 2 BMPs for a loss of 0 tanks of our own. We've had a few hits, a few degradations of the external systems, but as yet no combat kills. And so our plan is very much going to be to continue to hold this position, prevent the Russians from securing this road. Just before we crack on with the scenario, there was one thing I want to quickly mention, and that was in the last video I mentioned, so we had a Dragon team, so Dragon anti-tank guided missile team based in Miss Wood, who had 2 or 3 goals, I can't quite remember, at this tank here, none of which hit unfortunately, but I did at the time mention about the laser warning systems and then quickly corrected myself saying, well, they wouldn't be on these models, and firstly I confirm that is correct, so there is no kind of laser warning or any kind of these active protection systems in Cold War. So I suppose if you're all interested in his game mechanics, that's it done. But it did prompt the question in my own mind as to, well, when were these developed? And it's actually a lot closer to this time period than you think. So this game takes place from 1979 to 1982, and in fact during that time the Russians were developing the first active protection system, something called the Drozd. Now it used radar rather than any kind of IR readers. That's the wrong word, but we'll go with it. And essentially used radar to detect incoming projectiles and then launched missiles at them to destroy them before they could impact the tank. So that was happening obviously at the same time period, not implemented in any vehicles in game. And then it was after that again, it was the Russians with their Arena active protection system, which has the kind of Stora 1 device which you'll see in Black Sea, and that was first fitted on a T-80 in 1989, so not a million miles away from this time period, and that's where you first get the kind of IR readers on tanks that could detect when they were being lit up by enemy targeting. So we're just beyond the end of the period we're looking at this game, but I thought it was interesting, and it was a lot closer to this period than it was to Black Sea, than I perhaps realised. The other bit, which again we don't have anything of in this game, is that the explosive reactive armour. So again, for anyone that's played Shock Force or for Black Sea, you'll notice the big blocks you get on the tanks, and essentially they're, for simplified terms, explosives sandwiched in metal plates. So when they get hit by a heat round or an RPG or some other kind of anti-tank device, they explode essentially and force the projectile away from the tank itself and offer some protection. Again, not in the Cold War games, so if that's all you care about, don't worry about it. But these actually did appear only a few years later, so 1985, so 3 years after the end of this game, first appeared operationally. Sorry, that's a miscorrection, it was 1982, so just at the end of this game, first appeared operationally actually by Israel in the Arab-Israeli conflict at the time, and it was in 1985 Russia started employing it on their T-80s. So again, not too long after this game time period, but again, not kind of captured with any mechanics within the game. However, that was just some interesting things I went and explored after my misspoke statement in the last game kind of prompted a query in my mind. Right, that's enough rabbiting about stuff which is not related to the scenario. So, what's the plan? We are using this ridge to kind of keep our tanks in a bit of a hull down position, and we're going to keep doing that. Now, I don't propose moving anyone at this moment, and we're 4 minutes away from the next howitzer strike on this little kind of cluster of houses here, which has got a T-90 nestling in it. One other kind of active orders we've got, I think, is on this APC. We are using their 50 cal just to take out the building and the kind of potential infantry within that. And really, we're just going to hold these positions. We're a little bit vulnerable here now. We've used up all our Dragon missiles, so we have got our anti-tank team coming back to pick up some laws. Aren't as good, but they'll be better than nothing. So we'll get them to that. But let's push on. We'll see if we can't get through a bit bigger chunk of time in this episode. So I'm maybe not expecting too much going out, although he says, ooh, some good hits, good shots there by the Russians, no hits. Missing the advantage of adopting these kind of hull down positions where we present a very small target. which also makes it very difficult for them. But we might have to reposition him, since we definitely know where he is. Some Russians in the open, I suspect, running away from that building. Ooh, and another tank shot there. Possibly from this chap, who may end up with eyes on that tank in that cluster of buildings. Nope. Oh, hello. Now, was that our mortar round has done that? It was one of its jobs, and that looks to be exactly what's brought that tank's life to an end. Excellent. Oh, no, it's not excellent. Just toying with me. It didn't hit the tank, it hit the already destroyed BMP beside it. Okay. Now, you... Ah, that's what I failed to check. I need to get you to cancel this armor arc, because you should absolutely be firing all your shillelaghs at that tank there. But you're not, because I've told you not to. We'll clear that target arc, we'll get you appropriately targeting over there, and I think I'm going to reposition this guy. Seeing as you've cropped a little bit of some heat, we want to try and get rid of that. Where shall I bring you over? I could either switch shipwright to the left, maybe actually bring you around on this side on the right. I might try bring up just kind of slight cover by the house, see if we can get any kind of single tanks identified there without exposing ourselves to too many of their comrades. So it won't be a hull down position, but it should hopefully be relatively well protected. So we'll give you a hunt order. Well, we could come hull down here, which would give us a similar angle. So do you know what, we'll do that instead. And you know, I'll just put a shortcut in here just so I rework his movement order. Okay, so we've got that command in. He'll come along and get himself in a hull down position. I'm tempted not to keep this guy here for much longer. He's our most exposed tank at the moment. I think we'll just run with it for now. Hopefully our mortar team can do the job and get done. See, immediately it's not the shillelagh he's firing, but it's a heat round. Oh, he missed. Let's come around this way. A lot more T-centers in the open. Right, let's rewind the clock a little bit. See if enemies are landing in the right place. They're noisy and they're loud. Noisy and loud does the same thing. Noisy, large explosions, but none of them are landing where we need to there. Some Russian jets. Well, I know it's Russian jets, could have an air power, so hopefully my Stinger units, my Red Eyes I should say, predecessor to Stinger, can get the job done there. See if we can get any more shots off at these Russian tanks. Not landing the hits we need them to. We've got... Oh, that's interesting. Is this a new tank or did this guy back off? I suspect he may have backed off. Got a couple more coming across here. Ooh. Who now has him in range? If it all falls down in this one tank, he's going to get overwhelmed rather quickly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he can see one of these tanks. Oh no, it's a second tank. Okay. That's fine. Right, okay, let's jump into command. Ooh, hello. Anti-tank assets. Where? Haha, I could not see the wood for the trees. So what we got? Tank hunters armed with TOW ATGMs, okay. be honest, I think I'm just going to get you to roll forward slightly. And you should have pretty good vision there. Yeah, so I'm just going to get these guys just to do that. Take up position just on this ridge line. And we should have reasonable sight against most of these tanks coming in. They might be a little more exposed, but as ever, I'll do a quick cut while I just put those movement orders in. Alright, orders issued, and they should definitely be able to spot these targets. Just going to leave the Jeep where it is. I was also given this tank here, I given a target briefly command. So he should pop off one more round at this tank and then retreat, because otherwise he's going to come under fire from 3 if not 4 tanks, which is not going to be good for his health. But without further ado, let's crack on. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of time through in this video. We're certainly starting to feel the pressure of this. It's quite a significant armoured push. Oh, I didn't even get the shot. Didn't even get the shot off. That's a little bit disappointing. But our AT assets coming up here should absolutely get the sights, and there goes one. What's the result? Oh, who's he firing at? Oh. It's not necessarily the tank I would have aimed for, but he got the penetration, so I'm not going to complain. So these tow assets are wire guided. So they obviously aimed by sight, which I can't remember if it's IR or not, but either way there's a wire connecting the missile to the vehicle, and through that provides control, so that's how it gets the correction. Which is essentially what the tow stands for, but I can't remember the exact words. He has now run away, which is interesting, but that's okay. Is he going for a nearby tank? No, he's still going for the faraway ones. Hit. No explosion. Oh, and there we have our first casualty. As the pressure begins to mount. So he's lost a duel. I think this tank here should pop up, maybe get a kill and then run away again. Would be the ideal scenario, but he may also just take some incoming fire. You should definitely be able to see those guys, although that's not the friendliest hill for a tank, so we may have to adapt that slightly. And you are probably about to have a real bad time of it. Okay. Land phase, let's get you to run away slightly. Not that it's going to do much good. I'm going to get you guys to quickly move yourselves here. That's very exposed. Can I break off an AT team? No. I don't really want to put you face on with the entire Russian forces. I'll maybe just move you into that spot. You might have some visibility. Not a great way to plan for things, but it'll have to do. You, I do feel, are no good to me. I will give you a bit of a hunt command. Probably just one action square forward would do. Hopefully as soon as you get a spot you will stop. Meanwhile I'm going to do the same with this feller. Let's get up. Let's get a spot on a target. Probably keep you up there for 1 minute and then run away again. Where? Oh my, we're all the way back here. These guys have run away absolutely miles. And I know tanks are scary, but your kind of job's to kill them. So could you please move back? Here's a good chat. Although to be perfectly honest, if you continually... Well, actually no, you can see them from here. Pop up fire off a missile and then run away again, I'm kind of okay with that. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so we are one tank down, which is pretty unfortunate. These guys are back in their APC. So I'm going to get you to grab all the laws you can muster. And then we'll head back into the woods. Which is... 3... Oh, that's the wrong one. Just give you a whole bunch of ammo. Don't worry about it. Good. And then let's get you back in these woods. And see if they make a real push forward, we might be able to skirt ourselves out and take out 1 or 2. But that is another 5 tanks we can see, and we unfortunately did not deal with this chap here. Now what have we got left in our arsenal for observing? We do have area target and lieutenants. We do have some smoke as well. I'm not sure that's going to help us. Obliterated some buildings here, but that didn't help us. And it is a 5-minute cooldown, so whatever we do, we've got to think it's going to take a bit of time to actually come to effect. I mean, we know there's a lot of infantry back here, we could just dump a whole bunch down there, but it doesn't really help us. Currently, we could try and target something like, say, this. Just to catch these guys going through, although it's pretty hard to take out tanks, as you've seen, from just using these missions. We can target them directly. I'm not particularly feeling that. What we might do actually is see if we can target back here. Because it looks like there might be some infantry here. Also good to obscure if there is any further Russian forces behind. The kind of dust and stuff will kick up, will obscure it, and maybe try and isolate these guys a little bit. Not convinced. Given it's going to be 5 minutes before they kick in, but we'll give it a go. No. Let's try that again. A little bit of click delay there. Area targets. Yes, and we'll try somewhere over here, I think. 3 of you. Medium, general, immediate. Go.
Request fire mission, over.
Okay, let's keep going. This chap should get a spot pretty easily. Okay, it's all good. But that's a lot of tanks bring down on us. You need to fire and then run away, my friend. It's a good shot out from you. Oh, it's a miss. Oh, one of the 80 gems go off. Perfect. Nice hit there. And another one. And another 2 more tanks dead. Oh, we're going to have another view of that. So I think this was one from our TOW and one from our... oh, just lost another tank. There was me getting all excited. One from our TOW and maybe one from our M60, but it might be the 2 TOWs. Just kind of saw as it came flying past. That is, so it's both our TOWs coming off here. Nicely done, 2 more dead tanks. And then, is this chap in town again? That is a pretty surprising spot. Fair play. We weren't quite hidden enough. Our little sneaky M60 here has suffered for it. Oh, I say that. He did see the guy and he did shoot at the guy, so maybe I can't complain too much. It wasn't that much of a spot. The guy was firing at him. Oh, and he hit him. He just lost the tank duel. Oh, yeah. And we hit him again. How many hits has this guy just taken? This is proving to be the unkillable tank. He's eaten, well, he didn't eat the dragon missiles, they hit in trees around him. Let's have a quick skip through. Right. Right, so that's one hit, which was a tank shell. There's one heat hit, front hull, no penetration.
machine gun, that doesn't really matter. He missed his first shot. No, maybe it was just these things I was seeing, so it was just machine gun fire. Oh no, eats another tank shell. It's 2 high explosive rounds. High explosive anti-tank rounds at that. Okay, it was just a 2. That's still... Oh no, there's a third. Just eating a third. Shrugs it off, no problem. Dang. That tank's gonna have some stories. Dangerous shotgun out there. Return from our starship. Ooh, misses. Our tanks are much more low velocity. You can see we almost get lobbed. I was going to say, where did that go? The minute end. The missiles seem much more effective. From the toes, anyway. The Chiles did take a few, but... So let's count out 2 more dead Russian tanks, but to the cost of 1 of ours. It's not necessarily a ratio we can afford. Okay, these guys are out. You, I'm going to get to cancel your orders. And to probably go hide over here. Right, these guys. I'm going to get you to kind of move slowly towards the edge of this wood. And we'll see what's left. But you want, I mean, that's probably, you can take that out with the law. We'll see how it goes. Might not be, given the difficulty we've had both with shillelaghs and heat rounds on penetrating especially the front hull armour, we might be better trying to hit them in the side, but we shall see. Meanwhile, these tanks are living slightly dangerously. We are now in it's a 3-on-2. I almost want to keep them front and centre, because they are in a bit of a protective position to ensure these guys continue to do their scooting forward firing and then running away again. Which I must say is normally the automatic behaviour is really, really frustrating, but I'm pretty pleased with this actually. Come along, hunt up here. Hopefully you guys can take out a couple more. How many toes do you have? 6 more. Excellent. I definitely feel like we could lose a tank here. Definitely under threat. Those guys are exposed and providing a little bit of a target, to be perfectly honest. And the last guy we've got over here, I'm surprised he's not started getting on the action. Can you really not see any of that? Oh, we're having fence and hedge issues. That's disappointing. So sometimes, like, completely obscure objects will block your line of sight in combat mission, like we're seeing with this wire fence. They're claiming not to be able to see anything beyond it. Okay. Repositioning required. That's unfortunate. He's definitely been lending his support in this firefight. That's my own issue for not having checked earlier. Let's just scoot you back. And we'll just bring you forward into a very similar position here, which has no fence, so you should be a lot happier. Right. Let's continue. Let's see if this unkillable tank can survive shot to number 4. Yeah, no problem. Russian front turret armor doing a good job. That sounded bad, and it was bad. Okay. Interestingly, it's not being shown as knocked out. It probably just did a slight delay. Let's go back. So he takes 4 hits to the front turret. Yeah, 1 to the weapon mount, and these guys are done. We'll have to be careful with our troops in this wood, actually. Okay, bottom hull penetration, partial penetration. If that's enough to take out, and here's where our real anti-tank assets coming in now. Perfect. That's a great job. Our concern is definitely this guy that's hiding. Oh, another one off. Oh my... Are you kidding me? Come on. It's unbelievable. Right, I'm hoping that we're absolutely knackering his weapon just through like sheer degradation. But yeah. So what's what? 4 heats, and then here comes an ATGM. There she comes. Have some of that. Yeah, alright, no problem. Absolutely no problem. Oh, he missed with his shot. Okay, we've got one more coming back. Obviously our toes will have run away. Yeah, and that mortar strike's doing good work. Oh. And we have lost a toe there. What took him out? Oh, looks like it was air assets. Because we just saw the red eyes go. Oh, that's unfortunate. These guys were doing such good work for us. Oh, makes sense they were targeted. Yeah, there goes the missiles. No confirmation of any hits or kills. And then in comes the reply, which we'll see down here in a moment. Good night. Okay, can't really complain about that. Can't really do much about that, unfortunately. Let's get into the command phase. Everyone kind of just stay where they are, to be honest. We might just have to brave out this mortar barrage. But being in a mortar barrage in a forest is not somewhere you particularly want to be. So there's 2 left. This chap and one other. We've got one of our M60s in on the action. We've got a second tow here who we're about to bring in on the action. Hopefully take care of the guy at the back. And I'm hoping this shell might finally take care of that indestructible T-72. How's this guy's field of view? You are still not happy about your line of sight. Okay, scoot forward a little bit, just on a hunt order. See if you can't actually get involved in this fight, please. There's plenty of targets for you, although there's one there which I don't necessarily want to expose myself too much. Expose myself too much. Okay, I'll have to do. I'm just going to go run through a quick check of other orders, make sure I'm not missing anything, and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright, our dragon team in the woods are again having significant issues with any real line of sight, so I've given them a hunt order just to come out of the woods and take position on that fence line to see if they can maybe pop off a few of their missiles at these tanks. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so we're now 3 tanks down. Oh, that's disappointing. There's 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And yeah, things had started off so well, but we're still in a relatively good position, especially if we can get the... Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, they're just doing the... Make sure that tank is dead. Can't really blame them. I'm a little worried about losing this duel. Oh, they're starting to bring the mortar in.
Fire mission out.
If their toes in your position, go on, actually hit them. Well, yeah, you'll hit them, won't do any damage to it. Why would it? Okay, toes getting good work done. Artillery starting to hammer our centre. Another missile off. Who's this one aimed at? The unkillable tank. It's just eaten another anti-tank missile.
Shot over. Shot out.
Unbelievable right now. This guy. Oh, he missed. He missed. That was our again. Oh, finally. Finally. Okay, that was a very good last 10 seconds for us. So we scooted this guy up. He's got the spot. He fired off his first round. But he's missed it there. Not by much, it doesn't look like. So we'll have to worry about a response. Although, actually... I don't think he technically missed everyone. Oh, it was just the ground. I thought the shell might have actually taken out the guy. Oh, no, looked to be as close to missing as I've ever seen. But we did kill the commander, which helped. And then, more importantly, this guy's luck finally ran out. Oh, that was insane. That was, what's a heat? So it was, what, 5 or 6 heat shells on one. Okay, finally killed him. So maybe 5 heat shells and 2 anti-tank missiles. He shrugged off. Impressive, impressive. Okay, that was a good round. A couple more T-90s in ruins. So back to command phase. You need to keep scooting forward. You are not done until your 4 missiles are spent. Although I'm not sure if we can actually see any more tanks. We think... Oh, we know there's one there, actually. That's true. We haven't taken care of him. And that may be it. We'll have you scoot forward anyway, just to see if you can get eyes on anyone. I'm kind of okay with that. You are fine where you are. Ish. You can't see because of that dust and smoke. Maybe I should pull you back. And you know what, I will. Let's pull you out. Let's not get greedy. We'll move ourselves over into this position, then we can kind of pop up again. Don't mind us. Red Eye team. These guys just keep their heads down. And you have done phenomenal work for us. I think the time might be to pull you out as well. Or just now, until we get a better picture of what's coming our way. I've not seen much more movement over here. These are probably tank teams. So I think I'm gonna change this. I don't think this is gonna do much for us. Yeah, I know you're doing spottings and stuff. But I think those are probably just tank team remnants that we're seeing. So I'm actually gonna adjust you quite far, all the way over to here. Which we talked about hitting before, and I'm gonna hit it again. Let's clear out the... which could well be infantry, to be honest, but let's clear them out there.
Adjust fire.
Over.
Over.
Okay, let's push on. What am I expecting this minute? Probably a whole... not much, actually. Looks like we didn't take too many casualties from the mortar barrage. In fact, just one, which I'm pretty okay with. Meanwhile, a couple of wounds. You see where their guns going yellow down here, but able to continue fighting.
Perfect. Over.
And that may have been the Russian attack completely blunted. Oh, so here they come again. And we will not have any immediate response because we've pulled our both tanks off the line.
Fire front deck. Out.
That's okay. He will get our eyes when he rolls back up this hill. Meanwhile, we're seeing probably tank crew. Let's go have a quick look. Yeah. Tank crews abandoned their vehicle, feeling pretty sorry of themselves, but lucky to make it out alive. Potentially some new tank contacts at the back here. They could also be old ones. But those are generally the two options. I'm happy we've got 2 surviving tanks in a minute. So you're about to pop up. I suppose what I could do actually is swing you somewhere over this side. And potentially not very far over this side. So you can get some eyes on that tank. Just up somewhere like there should give you a nice little... no, not quite, needs to be more over. Over one, please. Too many backspaces. Right, reverse out. Scoot yourself over. And come and hunt up to this action square. I think I might have just done the same action square. This one. Good. That'll give you sight, and so we'll have at least two targets, two assets attacking the same target, which will give us a bit more chance to do something useful. Meanwhile, I'm slightly tempted to bring my APC round and start using the 50 cal on these guys, but if they've got a tank hiding back here, it's going to end pretty badly for me, so I will hold off on that desire. And let's just push on. After all, we are defending, so there's no need to aggressively push out for anything more than the fact that it's fun. See if we can't kill the last T-72 that we've got eyes on. So our starship's kind of getting position on the left there. He's probably going to get the first shot if he gets far enough up that bank, which I may or may not have given him orders to do. Turns out he might just be just too far down. No, I don't know. Yeah. Probably just not quite far enough forward. Unfortunate. So we'll have to see if our tow can get the job done. Right, there's our mortar mission going out. Howitzer mission. You are... you have eyes. You have not fired. You're aiming. Okay. Popping at the back. Yeah, it looks like it's... what do you call it? IR targeting. I see it looks like it's a large box on a vehicle. So you're about to fire off your tow. Tell you what, I'm going to get you to say, just in case things don't go right, why don't you pause for 15 seconds. Give the man the time to, in fact, not even 15, say 10, have a pop, and then hunt forward one action square. I think that'll be good. We should hope to hear the in a moment. There we go. Nice little sound. Oh my god, and he ditched it. Misses, of course, where he then misses and gets taken out, and I rue the day I gave the orders. Go on, son. He's not even moving. You missed. It's going to come back at you if you're not careful. Uh-oh. That's not ideal. It'd be nice if I actually took something out, though. Just go. Not enough to stop the round coming in. There goes my APC. And their tank is still on the go. Okay, that was a very disappointing minute. I must admit, I'm not particularly impressed with these red eyes. They don't seem to be doing a whole lot for me. You are going to get the order to go back at it again, because you missed, and that's not acceptable. So let's try that. And if you hit it, then I'll let you reverse and stay away. You're probably doing okay there. Meanwhile, everything else is pretty steady. No new real armour contacts. There might be some infantry coming through the back here. If it's just BMPs and they've got no tanks, that's fish in a barrel, really. Let's just push on the next minute. Oh, come on, man. You realise at some point it's going to start firing back. I'm surprised he hasn't already. It could be a damaged main gun, to be fair. just machine gunning my troops. Interesting party. Come on. Glad the war didn't rest in this single shot. I was surprised my dragon team can't see him. I wonder if they're getting chewed up by this fence. Oh, that looked better. Still no good. Oh, toes going again. At least that little... Go on, clear run this time. See? Showing you how it's done. Okay, good. And just... I bet you hit now, just to say, look, I can, honest. Good. That was nice. That was a nice final minute to see it off. And that is going to bring us to the end of this video. So I think that was a good kind of 10 in-game minutes, really. A significant armoured push there by Russia with, was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 T-72s potentially, which we have stopped. We definitely did take casualties, losing 3 of our 5 M60A2s, which was pretty unfortunate, but I can't complain too much about it. And our toes doing phenomenal work, really. I think possibly at least 2 tanks each or something, so definitely getting the majority of our kills, and it seemed to be much more effective than our shillelaghs were earlier, and these heat rounds are. Partly because I think the low velocity makes it quite hard to hit. Now, I'm not excusing this where he's shooting a static target. That, frankly, I'm upset by. You don't even have damage systems to blame. But certainly when they're moving targets, it doesn't seem to be particularly accurate. But we've still got 2 tanks left. We don't have any more suspicions of Russian tanks, so there could be some lurking. So we may have complete blunt of this attack. And if that's the case, we'll maybe just go into a kind of mop-up phase and see if we can't end things in the next video. But we'll have to see what happens then. Until then, I do hope you have been watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.